Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. Y'all do remember Pat and Dr. Cheyenne Bryant were classmates at Argosy University. They sat together. Well, Pat and Cheyenne Bryant sat next to each other in online class at Argosy University. I don't know how they did that physically, but according to Pat, he told me that him and Cheyenne sat next to each other in online class at Argosy University. So go check out our Wednesday breakdown. Myself, Professor Carl Tone Jones, Patrick Irvin, and we covered the Dr. Cheyenne Bryant situation. And you know, all the facts on the table. We know she don't have her real credentials and everything. And Cheyenne Bryant is the latest scammer, grifter who's preying on the community. And Dr. Cheyenne Bryant decided to make her fan base the hyenas of the black community, them hyena women of the black community. She decided to make that her fan base because remember how she became famous by trying to check Cam Newton and Nick Cannon, right? As if Cam Newton and Nick Cannon are like pillars in the black community, really. Now, celebrity and popularity wise, unfortunately, but really in the black community, Nick Cannon and Cam Newton don't move no needles, right? So that was her checking them. So she got all the hyenas on her side. But then Dr. Cheyenne Bryant made the mistake of telling black women that they was the problem. And so those hyena women said, oh, we ain't the problem. Then they start exposing her. And most of people knew what we already knew from the beginning. Me, Pat, and PC had a conversation about Dr. Cheyenne Bryant long when she first came out. And we was looking at the title of psychology expert. Because the three of us combined probably have over 50 years of experience in and around mental health. Pretty much all of my educators at FAMU in the psychology department were psychologists, psychiatrists, therapists, and all those things there, right? So we knew that she was fake. We knew that. But she went out scamming, doing her things. And we even now starting to get evidence coming out of her giving actual sessions to people, and those people coming out worse. So you say you haven't seen any evidence that she doesn't have a doctorate? She hasn't presented any evidence that she has. Okay, hustle life. You just trolling. Okay. I'm gonna ignore you. You trolling. She said she went to Argosy University. Argosy University was a real university. I see that's a troll. Hustle life. Hustle life woke up and decided to be a bitch. That's what happened. So we're gonna go ahead and get you up out of here. So she went to Argosy University, or she claims she went to Argosy University. I'm gonna give you one, Will. I'm gonna give you one. She did not finish or whatever. I don't know if she went or finished or whatever, because she's in the Breakfast Club interview that we played. She said that she cannot retrieve her transcript or anything from Argosy University because the school closed down, and after 2 years she couldn't retrieve it. Well, it's bull. And one of the main reasons we were able to prove that to be something wrong is Patrick himself attended Argosy University. Patrick himself got a bachelor's degree from Argosy University. And once again, you know, I got to brag on you, Pat, because we're proud of you. Pat just received his MSW from University of North Carolina in Chapel Hill. In order for Pat to enroll in University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, Pat would have to show his transcript and all of his grades and everything coming from Argosy University. So let's put two and two together. In order for Pat to attend the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, after previously attending Argosy University, he would have to show proof of graduating from Argosy University. So if he has his MSW and he just won't, that means he was able to prove that he graduated and attended Argosy University. And that is why out the gate, she branded herself as a psychology expert, but then went more into talking about being the, the psychology person that she is, or the actual doctor. And in that show, like I said, I believe it was RBG Tech. He said Cheyenne is the next Umar. And, and so Umar decided to insert himself into the conversation. So, yeah, it's a 9-minute clip, and we about to listen to Umar make himself look even more dumb. All he got to do is just concentrate on the school. And this art of dialogue dude not helping either. This art of dialogue dude ain't doing about helping his pockets. He keep giving Umar a platform. If Umar would just shut up and build a school. But she cannot prove her credentials. She cannot prove them. But Umar says she don't need to. And remember, all of us have to remember that Umar Johnson is the authority on everything in Black America. If you agree that Umar is the authority on everything in Black America, put a 1 in the chat. I want to see the ones in the chat because Umar said he's the authority of everything in Black America. So let's listen to this foolishness. This is a little fun we have before we get back heavy with the Asian racism. But let's have a little fun. Please hit that like button as well.
Cheyenne Bryant, she getting a lot of backlash right now. How do you feel about that, man?
Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. Let me speak to my sister. Let me speak to Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. And yes, I'm going to call her doctor. I am. She says she is. That's enough for me.
Hey, man, y'all come get y'all homeboy, man. Somebody come get their homeboy. Because as somebody with a PhD, Umar actually has a PhD. Some fools years ago called themselves trying to disprove Umar's PhD. So they raised a lot of money and wasted that money on some research trying to disprove Umar and his PhD. And one of the things that was like, he earned it under another name. It's still the same person, fool. Said our Black American people, backs, blood, hands, labor, sweat, tears, soul, sacrifice, added genius, and genius built up America. You right.
Now, let me state for the record, Art, I have a doctorate, a real one, okay? I'm not saying nobody else don't. I'm saying what I got. I went to an American Psychological Association accredited doctoral training program. I am a doctor of psychology.
So that's how you know he knows she's not a real doctor.
And clinical psychology. I will repeat. I am a doctor of psychology and clinical psychology. I am also a certified school psychologist. I also have 3 master's degrees in the field of psychology, clinical, school, and general. Now, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant.
You right. So this is just me being funny because I see the comments say Prince of Pan-Africanism. That's why Pan-Africanism is suffering right now, because Umar is the prince of it. That's why Pan-Africanism ain't hitting like it's supposed to, because Umar is the prince of it. That's right.
Has exploded into social media space. Her career has really taken off since I first learned of her around the time of my last Nick Cannon interview, approximately 2 years ago. I have followed her here and there. She is a stunningly beautiful woman. And she also claims to have her doctorate in psychology.
He would lead with that.
She claims that she went to Argosy University. And I'm not doubting nothing she says, because I have no reason to. The school closed.
Let's be real. It's two main reasons Umar is defending her and saying he don't doubt it. Even though Umar stupid, but he ain't stupid. Umar just listed off everything that he has, and Umar knows that if anybody Googles him, they can find all of his credentials. He knows that. And Umar also knows that we can't find nothing on her. But Umar, two main reasons Umar is defending Cheyenne Bryant. The main reason is because Umar is really defending himself. Because you notice every time somebody black, including Umar, every time somebody black does something that is negative or harmful against the black community, his favorite excuse is, you're not blaming white people, you're not holding white people accountable, you're not. So Umar's ideology, his logic is black people should get away with doing whatever against black people because white people can get away with it. Umar would, that's the second reason, Paul Petts. The second reason is Umar want to hit that. Umar want to smash Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. He want to smash. That's the second reason. The first reason is Umar is really defending himself, because Umar is going to continue pandering. He's going to continue scamming. He's going to continue doing the shiesty stuff. And you got to be one to know one. He sees all of that in her because she is him. That's why RBG Tech said she is Umar. Right. They the same person. He knows a scammer when he see one. So in defending her, he's defending himself and he want to smash. So let's just be real.
Goes down. She has some issues with the transcript, the degree, whatever the case may be. She has a book out now. It's a best-selling book, Art, and it's doing very well.
And all of this was part of her promoting her book. All of this stuff goes into her using that to promote her book. Right.
She's being interviewed. She's been on Shannon Sharp. She's been on
Renee.
Nick Cannon. She's been on Cam Newton. She's been on Joe Button, right? She's a big name amongst the sisters. She goes on the Breakfast Club. And they ask her about her degrees, and she explains about what happened with the school. I don't know the details. I don't care. People start to roast her and attack her, claiming she's fraud.
Now, to be more accurate, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, people were starting to question her before that, before the Breakfast Club interview. But because remember, she went on the Breakfast Club interview to clear things up. Right, Renee? He's an educated dummy. He went on Dr. Cheyenne Bryant went on the Breakfast Club to clear things up because, and I'm gonna get to that point next, Will, because she was starting to receive the backlash, and I agree. Shout out to the brother Jeff St. James. I agree with him. Black women started turning on her and looking up her credentials and questioning her credentials and holding her to the fire when she told those hyena black women or those hyena black ladies, because she wasn't talking to upstanding black women. She was talking to them hyenas. When she told them that they were the problem, when she told them that they were bringing more issues to the black men and they were more of the problems, when she said that to those women, because she had been grifting to those women forever, she targeted that base of women. She targeted that toxic hyena base of black ladies, black women, and those gay men. She targeted them and then lifted them up. And then when she let them down, they said, oh no. And then they started pulling up her credentials. Now, people like Corey Holcomb and some other therapists, but myself, Pat, and PC had a conversation when she first came out because she said she was a psychology expert. Now, the Breakfast Club interview, all the Breakfast Club interview was put a bigger spotlight on it. And then that Fox interview that she did put more spotlight on it because people were already looking up her stuff and knowing that she wasn't real. And people who actually, and so it's funny. Shout out to Jeff St. James. Shout out to the brother. I was listening to one of his podcasts earlier, right? And he was talking about how people who are therapists, people who are psychologists, they can recognize certain language. So basically, think about the field that you work in. There's a specific language that you use in the field that you work in, certain acronyms, certain things, certain words that you use in your field, and it's specific to your field. So you know when somebody in your field, when they're talking the language in your field. How does Umar not recognize that? How does all the other psychologists and therapists and mental health specialists, how do they all recognize that, but Umar missed it? To my food bar. Hey, battle again, you crazy. I'm just saying, we know Umar full of it. Umar is the only mental health professional who is saying that he's defending her. All of the other ones are saying the same thing. All the other ones with the same credentials and things, Umar, and they can recognize, thank you, with the jargon and all that stuff. FDMG will open up in 3035. Just know that, because he's spending too much time doing stuff like this rather than getting the school open. Matter of fact, Umar could be teaching young black boys right now with the school not even being, he don't have to have those boys in that building. He don't have to have those boys in that building to teach them. He's full of shit.
She then goes on Joe Budden. Shout out to them. I didn't see the interview, Art, but allegedly they say Joe Budden and them asked her some really good questions that left more unanswered than answered. For the past 2 weeks, Art, she has been the butt of everybody's internet joke.
I won't do no business with Umar, but if those students who not getting taught by Umar, if they want to get taught, they can come holler at me, but I would never do business with Umar.
Here's what I'm going to say. And other doctors of psychology don't agree. Cheyenne Bryant having or not having a doctorate does nothing to my doctorate, Art. It does nothing to my career. It does nothing to my profession. I don't have a need to investigate her. I don't have a need to slander her, to belittle her, to malign her, to assault her. I don't have no need to do anything against that black woman because she hasn't hurt anybody.
According to Umar. But we're constantly getting people coming out. We have evidence of her misleading people in her so-called sessions, and people buying sessions because they thought she was a doctor. And there's a lot of talk on the internet of saying that she could get charged with wire fraud for posing as a doctor and not having the credentials and being paid as a doctor and all that. Umar's full of it. Umar just want a hunch. Right. Umar just want a hunch. He did just say he did say he don't follow her that deeply. He did say that, then goes on to act like he does. He don't listen to himself.
She is a life coach, Art, and you don't have to be certified or have a doctorate or a license to be a life coach.
Right.
She ain't misdiagnosed nobody. She ain't done no clinical work without a license. I haven't seen any wrongdoing from Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. So what do I think is going on here, Art?
Right, man.
I believe that black women, I'm going to call the kettle black. Some men too, but mostly black women are attacking her out of jealousy. They are jealous of her looks. They are jealous of her life coaching career. They are jealous of her podcast success. They wish they were in her position. And because they are not, they are trying to destroy that woman. Period. Point blank in the
Forget her being fake. Forget her not actually having the credentials. Forget her lying. Forget the grifting. Forget the proof that she can't back up nothing she says. Forget her every time you see her, she's unprofessional. Forget all of that. The Prince of Pan-African Big Papa Pump, the Prince of Pancakes, Pussy Popping, the Panhandling is speaking. And when Umar speaks, you listen. All right, Umar. All right.
Sorry, I've told you before, Art, that black men have a problem with each other, right? We got an ego problem.
But see,
I think black.
But see, you right. Umar think he's slick. Cheyenne Bryant didn't come out branding herself as a life coach, though. And that's the problem. She didn't brand herself as a life coach. She branded herself as a psychology expert / psychologist. That's how she branded herself. Then she came back around and trying to throw life coach stuff in there after she started getting called to the carpet. But she branded herself as a doctor of psychology.
Women's problem with each other exceeds black men's problem with each other. What they are doing to
PC.
Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is absolutely unacceptable.
Yes, PC. I forgot about this. She said it out of her own mouth that her sessions with Shannon Sharp, Cam Newton, and all those other Ray J, all of them were live sessions. That's what she said. Branding herself as a doctor of psychology. And remember, this is coming from the dude that just admitted he don't follow her closely. Remember that. And he trying to smash. This is his call saying, hey, Dr. Cheyenne, I'll defend you. Just let me smell it.
Art. They are destroying this woman more than Donald Trump. They are destroying this woman more than Candace Owens. They destroying this woman more than Erica Kirk. They destroying this woman more than the police officers who killed Michael Brown, Trayvon Martin, Breonna Taylor, Sonia Bland, Sonia Mancy, Amir Locke, you name it, Art. The enemies of African people have not received the type of vitriol that Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is receiving.
Because black people should not be held accountable by other black people. So people like Dr. Cheyenne Bryant and Umar should be able to grift and just do whatever and harm the black community in any way that they harm them. And we should never do anything because white people out here doing stuff. If Umar was truly in charge, chaos would be the norm. It wouldn't last long. But remember, there is no school, but according to Umar, we can't criticize him for not having a school done after all these years because white people still out here doing white supremacist stuff. He got a notepad and still ain't talking about shit. Say, why you got a notepad? Ella, how you get the interview stuff? Told you, hey man, look, yeah. Umar full of it, man.
I want to expose it, and be done with it. Everybody has heard the story, Art, but guess what? They going around and around and around with this, Art. And the reason I can speak to this so well, what did Roland Martin try to do to me 11 years ago? He tried to say I didn't have my degrees and brought me on his show and tried to get his panel of to embarrass me because he thought I didn't have my degrees. Other people have tried to say I didn't have my degrees, Art, and guess what? It got so bad. I had to give my college permission to tell people that I graduated from it.
Yeah, we know you have your academic credentials, but your dumb ass just can't put it together to build a school.
Art, they were getting so many phone calls after that Roland Martin lynching that he tried to have, and instead he got lynched with his panel of
right.
They called me up from the registrar's office, Art, and they said, Dr. Umar, these are the good.
He had to insert himself in the conversation, and he had to make it about him. Classic narcissist. People keep talking about they know narcissists. All Donald Trump and Dr. Umar Johnson. Donald Trump and Dr. Umar Johnson are two classic cases of narcissism.
White people from your graduating institution. We are getting bombarded with phone calls as to whether you graduated from here or not and what your degree is. Do you give us permission to let people know you graduated from here and what your degree is? I said yes. And guess what, Art? Even though people could call, the only reason why I'm not saying the college name, Art, because I don't want them to get bombarded tomorrow. You feel me? So
Paul Petch, you are right. You are correct. Now, However, I think in this situation, the difference is you have an unlicensed person, a person without the credentials, a person without the experience, because there's extensive things that therapists, psychologists, and psychiatrists that they have to do that she didn't do. She didn't do any of those things. She didn't go through none of that, and she's essentially giving people therapy without the skills. And from I'm not gonna say a lot of people, but from some accounts, even Cam Newton, people are saying that they came out worse. Their interactions with her, and they came out worse. I was just looking at something earlier. A person who was an Army vet. Matter of fact, I know I've seen 2 videos of black women who've gotten services from Cheyenne Bryant, and saying when they came out, they felt worse about themselves because she don't know what she's doing. She might have the life coaching credentials. I was a certified life coach. Pat was a certified life coach. Matter of fact, I got my life coaching certification because Pat got his, and I was a certified life coach for a while. But being a certified life coach and being a therapist and all of that, and I know you know that, and I'm saying it, but it's a difference in all of that. And so I think that's one of the biggest differences is not only was she was popular, she was getting the shine, but she don't have the credentials, and she's doing more damage than she's helping people.
Even though people could call them and verify my degree, not online, traditional, in-person, American Psychological Association accredited doctoral program founded by one of the fathers of white cognitive psychology, I gave them permission to call and verify my credentials. And guess what, Art? You still got niggas out here today who will tell you I don't have a doctorate. They done found my dissertation online. They done found my transcripts online. They done found my graduation pictures. And my degree will hang up in my Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy office. You feel me, Art? My degree will be hanging up once I got an office to put it in. But the reason I'm bringing this up, Art, was happening to Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. It's not happening because she has a doctorate or don't have a doctorate. It didn't happen to me because I had a doctorate or didn't have a doctorate. It happened to me because I'm the biggest name in the world in Black consciousness. I'm the biggest name in the world in Pan-Africanism.
That's not saying much. Ain't no power in Black consciousness. And nobody's looking at the Black conscious community like, hey man, it's Black conscious community. Man, nobody cares about the Black conscious. The Black conscious community don't even care about the Black conscious community. And it ain't no real Black conscious community. If so, where are the outcomes? You got a scattered group of Black people who still wear dashikis and shea butter that are foolish enough to still book him. Baby mamas, old people, stuff like that who ain't got no sense. People he go after, people he target. Come on, man. I'm the biggest name in where if you the biggest name in Black consciousness, I guarantee you the only name in Black consciousness. Nobody give a damn about Black consciousness. The Black consciousness hasn't done anything. It hasn't produced anything. Somebody tell me what city and state is the home of Black consciousness. Somebody tell me where the foundation or where we can go and see like where Black consciousness has really done something in America, like lately. Because there were times where Black consciousness had a movement, but we didn't know who Umar Johnson was at that time. And by the time Black consciousness Umar caught the tail end of Black consciousness. He caught the tail end of it. But Black consciousness has fizzled out. So to say that you are the biggest name in Black consciousness is not saying much. It's 10 people in the Black conscious community. It's 10 people. You're a bigger name than 9 other people. But you still cannot educate young Black boys. See what we're dealing with? So I'm gonna end this one here because he just talking about himself, and we get it. But once again, Umar Umar is talking the way he's talking so he can make sure he's absolved from any current or future wrongdoing. Look at this. Her therapy is trash. A counselor who speaks more than the patient, it means they are not listening to the client. Furthermore, none of those live sessions started off with a blank slate. And he's a therapist. PC is a therapist. PC is a therapist. Real therapist peeped her a long time ago. So Umar, we know he's lying and we know he's pandering. Umar is pandering to the audience that Cheyenne Bryant comes from, to the one that she enraged. But also, the fact that Cheyenne Bryant and Umar can exist, the fact that Cheyenne Bryant and Umar are just the latest installments. There will be more. Remember, Nature Boy existed. Nature Boy. Somebody saw Nature Boy and said, "Ooh, let me follow him." Of course, Cheyenne Bryant can exist. Nature Boy existed. What's wrong with black people? We're vulnerable and we're foolish. We're gullible. We'll follow anybody who's charismatic or anybody that look good. Don't let them have a big booty now. Oh, and that goes for men and women. Because men didn't come up with the term "the body is tea." Women did. Probably gay men too, but women, they used it. So if you're a black woman and you charismatic and you look good and you got a nice ass, you're gonna attract a whole lot of men and women. And you don't have to know a damn thing. Also, if you're just charismatic, you don't have to know a damn thing. Just be charismatic.